Bonjour everyone, finally it's here, the scariest tanks of all, or at least the tank destroyers, the Object 268/4. It's a variant of the already existing Object 268. The main difference is that this one combines both the 268 firepower with the armor you find on the Object 263. In other words, and especially in World of Tank, a totally broken one. And obviously it's a tier 10 plus it's a good tank, so it's in crates. But there is something really cool about what Wargaming did. They literally put it in gold crates. So for this one, truly thank you, Wargaming. It has a 4% drop chance, but instead of what we had previously with the charms, it seems like Wargaming decided to just throw away those charms and in exchange allow us to get a little bit more of those crates in gold. Is it a good idea? Probably not, as you are going to see probably in this video, but let's not lose too much time and jump into the rage section of that one, the crate opening. So, I bought 12 pieces of those crates. You have a 4% drop chance with a 24% drop of gold or whatever. And basically, it's either you are extremely lucky and you are going to get it fast, or you are going to struggle. And we opened 2 crates, and right now, we are struggling. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get it, and for the moment, we don't even have gold as compensation. Never mind. Whoa, 30 days of premium and 3,000 gold. That was some generosity from Wargaming. If you are lucky enough, you can get back the gold you spent. For example, here I spent 16,000 gold, and out of the 7 crates I opened, I already got myself 5k gold by now. Of course, it's not gonna give me back all the gold I'm gonna spend, but at least it's a nice compensation. But do I want you to gamble like I'm doing? No. So, we open 12 pieces and we go again. We get plenty of things we don't care about and boom, there it is. It cost me around 20,000 gold. I'm still gonna open all my crates because after all, I got them. Maybe we're gonna be able to get the tank a second time. Who knows? Who knows, boys? At least I'm happy because I didn't have to spend a penny for this one as I had some gold in reserve. Let me see. Can we get it? Oh, come on. A second time, Wargaming, just for the sake of it, just for the video. I don't care. I got it once. So here is the beast. It looks just beautiful in HD. And even before talking about the tank, there is one thing I want to notice. 5 degrees of gun depression. And here is now the tank fully equipped, even with a Tesla gun, because I don't know, it looks so cool on this one. So what do you need to know? Basically, there are 3 things that are the main component of that tank. First, its armor profile is just insane. I'm going to talk about that later on while highlighting the whole armor thing, but the armor is pretty strong. With it comes an average speed that is kind of low, only 30 kilometers per hour. It's not the best, neither the worst. It's just an in-between average, but do not expect to rush through the enemy lines at the beginning of the game. The second thing is the gun. There are 2 big downsides of it. The first is the gun dispersion, 0.37. It's just horrible. And the second one is 5 degrees of gun depression, which means that Wargaming truly nerfed that tank to hell in order to compensate for the armor it has. Which means that, well, you get yourself quite a strong tank, because when you take a look at the front, you have 260 millimeters of raw armor, which means that without angling it, it's 260 millimeters, which means that nobody can penetrate. But on top of that, it's angled. So basically, you take this tank, so you take a whole bunker, you put it right in front of your opponents. If you're on flat grounds, you're going to destroy all of them. And if you are on hill terrains, you are going to struggle, which is a nice in-between, which makes this tank situationally OP, like it's the case with the Badger. For you to understand what I mean, here is the armor profile of the tank. And as you can see, it's pretty red. Impossible to penetrate at the front, what should be the weak spot. Impossible to penetrate at the front. Impossible to penetrate on the sides. Impossible to penetrate on the turret cheeks, impossible to penetrate at the very bottom of it. The only chance you have is the weak spot right there. So if people are not dumb enough to try out shells right there anywhere, and if they go straight here, yes, they will penetrate you. Now, there is one thing to notice. Do not angle that tank at all, because once you angle it, it becomes so easy to penetrate you. You need to stay in front of your opponents and try to wiggle just a little bit like that to avoid getting penetrated into that cupola, but trust me, me, it's going to be really, really hard not to get penetrated. For the rest of the tank, it's kind of logical that it doesn't have any armor, but it still has enough armor to bounce a couple of HE shells, not from an FV1A3, but from the rest of the tanks. So now the real question is, are the 5 degrees of gun depression going to be a big no-no on top of the bad gun dispersion? Let's find out. You see that we are on a flat terrain. At least we are kind of lucky about this one. All of a sudden, the first thing you see is that I truly struggle getting into position. I mean, look at this. I'm taking so long to get here with the T-57 Heavy. It's just horrendous. And bang, it's starting. Already, we are getting bounces. As I mentioned, this tank is here to pack some serious armor. And you have to use it as a whole bunker. How do you do that? It's kind of simple. You wait for the T-57 to get the fuck out, and boom, you shoot your shells straight in. There is literally no way to get penetrated if they are not using gold shells, and if you don't try to bother against your opponents. Unfortunately, I just realized that I forgot to load gold shells. Kind of retarded, but do not worry, it's not going to be problematic. As long as you stay straight in front of your opponents, you should be safe. Just take a look at that, for example. Here we go. Can he penetrate? No, he can't, and he knows. He knows that he can't. Just take a look at that. That guy is watching me, wrecking him, getting so powerful. But, and there is a but, you see it right now, the gold shells. When you get penetrated by gold shells, there is nothing you can do. Unfortunately for me, I don't want to go there because there is the object 84, and if I do, I'm probably going to get destroyed. So I'm just going to wait for my teammates to try something. Oh, yeah, I got the grill. Got your ass, bitch. Okay, come on, let's turn around, round and round. Can we get something from there? Yes, we can. Am I going to make this shot? Woo! That was sexy, boy. That was sexy. Okay, perfect. It seems like the gun dispersion is being merciful with us, simply because usually with the 0.37 of gun dispersion, you should not be allowed to get such hits. But we're making it, boys. We are making it. Can we maybe get... Oh, nice. Okay, now we gotta deal with the Object 268. I don't have, as mentioned, any... I'm gonna turn around. Woo! I'm lucky. Russian bias, boys. Russian bias. So now what we're gonna do is we are gonna use our adrenaline. We are gonna try to deal with the object, but unfortunately, as I only have 692 hit points, I don't want to bother too much. I need to find a way to penetrate, and here is my chance. As you can see, as soon as you angle just the slightest your tank and not stay straight in front of your opponents, you get penetrated. And this is exactly what you need to avoid. As long as you stay in front of your opponents like I'm doing right now, you should be safe and get a lot of bounces, which is the really cool factor of that tank, because truly it's original enough for me to make me want to play it again and again and again. Honestly, even if it's only my first game with it right now, you see how powerful it is at holding the line against enemies. And finally, Wargaming, plus on top of the Object 263 that we already had, gives us the possibility of fighting brawling. But there is one big downside, or one big weakness out of the one I already cited. The fact that with this tank, you get circled extremely easily. And well, when you get circled easily and you're in the end game in open fields and stuff like that, there is nothing you will be able to do. So be careful, and that's all that matters. Bang, 863 damage straight in your ass, and he gets killed. First game with it, more than 5k damage, and nobody that knows how to play against it yet. And keep that in mind, yet. The tank is new. Nobody knows how to penetrate it because of how strong the frontal armor is. Well, it allows us to get a lot of damage, get the ace tanker on our first try, and most importantly, just take a look at the number of credits we're making with this tank. It's obviously a little bit biased by the fact that, well, we get an ace tanker, but still, this tank is quite profitable, which is something good enough to be mentioned in my opinion. And what is that? Update video for light tanks? No, thank you. I already know how to play them. Now, let's go for a second battle, and I'm kinda worried because a lot of people actually got their hands on the Object 268 version 4. Just take a look at that, boys. We have 4 Object 268 version 4 in this game. This is truly going to be... Original, let's say. Original. But let's not bother. Here, I loaded some gold shell, which will allow me to penetrate more than 350 millimeters of armor. And this is exactly what we need. This is what we need. Okay, so let's place ourselves right there. For this game, I'm going to try to stay a little bit in the back, as I want to see if this tank is a good one at holding line from the distance, like playing the traditional tank destroyer. I guess that my answer is probably going to be yes, but let's find out. Oh, why did you shoot, boy? Can I... Yeah, that was... I mean, it went through. It went here. Lights camping. Of course, lights are camping. What did you expect? Did you really expect them not to be on this side of the map? That was totally logical that it went here. And now we are stuck. Oh boy, it's going to be boring. It's going to be a truly boring game. There we go. We are trying. He missed. I missed. Everyone missed. RIP! Let me try to back up a little bit. Maybe that I'll be able to... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So interesting. Woo! You see that the gun dispersion, even if it's supposed to be really bad, actually allows me to get my shots where I need them to go. I mean, that's the Russian factor. I can't believe that Wargaming is not making that on purpose. God damn it. Okay, the 60 TP is getting his ass completely wrecked. Let's wait for him to maybe try something. Come on. Can you turn around real quick, boy? Are you? Yeah. Perfect. We went for an HE because after all, we have the caliber to handle it. So there we go. We only did 700 damage, but it's not a problem, guys. All I want to do and to see with this tank right now is how it's holding against the exact same tank as... Yes. You see what I did? The guy tried to angle his tank. You don't angle that fella. You do not angle it. Of course, I got penetrated because I angled it just the slightest, but try to avoid doing this. If you avoid... well, you should be safe. Okay, can we maybe get the VK? Oh, no, he crosses on the other side, unfortunately. RIP. Okay, let's not bother. If we want to do damage, boys, we know what we have to do. Let's go straight in. So there is the Object 264. Maybe he got tried. I don't know. I'm gonna try to penetrate. Oh, I'm not gonna bother. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. But you see, even with gold shells, I can't penetrate this guy. Even with gold shell. Just take a look at him. Even him is struggling with gold shells. The only way is to go through the plates on the sides. And I'm probably gonna keep that game into my review, not necessarily because it's the best game ever, but because truly you see the armor profile of the thing. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Can I penetrate here, maybe? I'm gonna try. Woo! Nice. That was really, really cool. Thank you. Okay, and now I gotta try something else, otherwise I'm probably gonna get crushed. Can I try to push forward or something? Oh, that's a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Can I maybe... yeah, the problem with this tank is that as soon as you try snapshotting, you are getting your ass clapped. I need the Kranwagen to kill that concept. If he does, maybe I can do something. No, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead, but quite lucky. Okay, so we're gonna die. It's the end, boys. It's over for us. But hey, maybe that at least I showed the armor profile of the 268. You see that when you are alone, it becomes quite complicated. And GG to that IS-7 that decided to rush along the T-57 Heavy, which was not necessarily useful, but hey, we all do mistakes. So in the end, if we summarize, as I just mentioned at the beginning of the video, we have a mix between the firepower of the 268, a little bit nerfed because this one reloads in 13.5 seconds and the 268 version 4 reloads in 14.3, but still, plus the armor profile of the 263, which here has been enhanced because it's a way better one on the 268 version 4. You saw with the gold shells that instead, unlike, the Object 263, where when you switch to gold shells, you can penetrate that area. With the Object 268 version 4, it's impossible as long as you stay straight in front of your opponents, which makes this tank the most armored and most difficult to penetrate when not angled of the game. Quality that is enough for me to tell you that yes, it's worth it. Of course, you're gonna have to wait a very long time if you want a direct bundle to buy it, but if you don't have that much money and you're not willing to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of golds in the tank, well, your best ally will be patience. Hopefully you enjoyed, guys. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. And before this video ends, I want to apologize not being able to upload regularly for two reasons. The first is I don't want to overuse the tanks I already talked about, doing reviews 3 times of the IS-7, 6 times of the Object 268, etc. And on top of that, now that I'm working and currently moving out to a new apartment, I'll keep you updated, do not worry. I'm Buzzy H24. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, you know what to do. See ya.